Wow. Seems like just yesterday, I was just here running my mouth.
What?
Yeah.
Doing so well.
Thank you so much. I have a proclamation to make. To all socialists, communists, and Marxists, hey Lorraine, I wish you the abundance of Venezuela. I wish you the salary of Cuba. I wish you the justice of China. And I wish you the freedoms of North Korea. I've been fighting communists since 1987, and I'm not going to stop. For those of you that don't know me, understand that America's the greatest country that has ever existed. And I mean to make it stay that way. We understand each other? I'm Bernie Flowers, for those that don't know me. I'm a candidate for Congress in the 2nd District of Maryland. You guys have heard all this before. I got 34 years behind the fence as an Air Force officer. I retired as Lieutenant Colonel. I got another 13 years as a DOD senior civilian. I was 3 doors down from Secretary Mayorkas, and the last day I worked at DHS, the 18th of January. I know where the bones are buried. On the 19th of January, I went and applied in Annapolis to run for Congress because I couldn't stand what was going on behind the fence. I know what's out there, I know what's coming your way, and I felt strongly enough to quit my job. Who quits a federal job? Only a dumbass. A dumbass. For you. So here we go. I'm going to try to stay with this speech a little bit because Hollis said I had to. Joe Biden is sinking our ship, and Dutch Ruppersberger is helping him. Financial institutions, if you don't know, are about to get another bailout. But you're not going to get a bailout because you're going to pay their bills. But not if I can help it. I know where the bones are buried. Remember, I was just there in January. I was a liaison officer for U.S. Northcom. What that means is you don't hear about Northcom until something goes bad. And with that said, I had the opportunity to range around the entire federal government. CIA, NSA, DHS, DIA, some agencies you've never heard of. I got the chance to range all around because I was Northcom's guy here. And so I got to see all the ugly, ball of ugly that was coming your way. And now we got $5 gas. You like that? How's that taste? How about diesel, $6 a gallon? Your food is being affected, okay? That's the deal. $10 for a pack of bacon, really? Come on now. So here's the deal. Notice I said, here's the deal. Keystone Oil Pipeline. It was supposed to be online by now. Guess who stopped it? And guess who voted for it? Sleepy Joe. Or Crooked Joe. He's got a lot of names. How about the all-new restrictions against our oil leases? That's why you're paying so much. How about the Paris Climate Agreements? Oh yeah. Yeah. They're going to try to starve us out. That's the bottom line. And as soon as Mr. Trump left office, that's one of the first things Mr. Biden signed. And I gave him 6 months. Okay, he's the president and getting a fair shot. But when I saw that retrograde out of Afghanistan, having been there, I could show you pictures if you want. Nah, that wasn't working for me. So I started planning my exit. I wasn't planning on running for Congress. That's when Hollis came in. Said, it's a long story, but we're having fun. Oh, by the way, all that oil in Alaska that they found years ago, that we've been pumping for years, well, you can't have it anymore. That's why you're paying so much for oil. So Mr. Biden, Cruella DeVille, Nancy, Crooked Nancy, and Out of Touch Dutch, they're all in charge. So the question of the day is, what are you going to do about it? Now, my illustrious colleagues up here are all Republicans, just like me. We all believe in the same things. So the issue of the day is, how are we going to differentiate between us? Who's different? Who can beat Dutch? Dutch has been kicking the Republicans behind for the last 19 years. And he plans to do the same thing. He's got $1 million war chest. Raising money is not going to help you. Okay? Understand, he's been doing this for a long time, and he's just waiting for one of us to come through. What you need is a difference maker. I've been behind the fence, again, for 34 years. I know how to lead people. I know how to lead processes. I know where the bones are buried. You've got an opportunity to win this time. Can you imagine in November, after the election, and having to look at yourself and know that you lost this wonderful opportunity? The red wave is coming. You got to put your best foot forward. But the issue of the day is which one of us is your best foot. As I said before, Afghanistan, go ahead, Dave. Go ahead and take my time. I saw you. Afghanistan, I've been there. I was carrying a gun for you. Okay? Let me tell you a little story about my dedication. So there I am. A few people have heard this story, but most of you haven't. I'm in, well, let me start from the beginning. I'm in San Antonio, and my Marine boss, I was Air Force 21 years. He looks at me. You never want a Marine colonel to look at you. Ever. I had just pinned on 05, Lieutenant Colonel, and I was all proud of myself. It's like 5 o'clock, and I'm thinking, I probably need to get out of here before he looks at me. But he did. And he says, Stratcom just called. They need an 05 in Afghanistan in 48 hours. And I looked around, and there was nobody around with me. So there it is. I gathered up my gear, I went and took my shots the next day, did all the things I needed to do, got my mobility bag ready to go. The night, kissed my wife, kissed my kids, and 48 hours, well, we were in Fort Bragg, we were in Virginia, we met up with our Marine colonel, and 48 hours later I was in Baltimore. I was on the tarmac with a Chinook helicopter. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the big double blade, whatever. And we got Cobra escorts, 2 Cobra attack gunships. So we're flying from Bagram to Kabul. And it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm looking down about 2,000 feet up. I'm right behind the tail gunner. I'm in a good place. I'm all strapped in. Couldn't move if I wanted to. And I see this little light on the ground. The light's white. And it's beautiful. And then I find out that the light is moving. The light is a SAM, a surface-to-air missile. And it's coming right at us. And I'm like, okay, time to give up the ghost. I'm going home. This is how it ends. I'm 35 years old and I'm going to heaven, I hope. Well, luckily, the SAM petered out. It turned out when we got to when we got to Kabul, we got our down brief, found out what happened. And that SAM was American equipment from 1976. We gave it to the Mujahideen to fight the Russians. They held on to it, so they knew that we were coming eventually. So I almost lost my life because of decisions that congressmen made back here in the United States. And that is why this is so very important. I don't want to die by my own equipment that my government paid for. We've got to watch these rascals because they're over here starting a war in the Ukraine. And I'm sorry that what's going on over there, but always, it's like 3-card Monte. Watch what's going on with the other hand. Taiwan is, what, about 70 miles from the coast of China? If you notice, there's very few new cars out there because the electronics that go into those new cars and those computers are all made in Taiwan. And if they decide to attack, oh, by the way, they're using our money that we're giving to them to build aircraft carriers. Anybody telling you about that? Oh, yeah. So, Hollis, I'm not staying on script.
30 seconds.
All right.
30 seconds.
Well, the bottom line is we got a chance to win this time. I think I'm the best candidate. I've been doing this for 34 years. And who can walk in day one and act as a congressman? I know that I can do that. Thank you.